Might be the worst financial situation I've ever seen. How are we going and spending $225 on just Chick-fil-A?
Bad financial decisions in 2025. We're going to dive into some here. Some of it's gambling, some of it's car loans, some of it is just that you like too much fast food and it's rising the debt in your credit card. We're going to discuss all of this in today's video with the very first piece today being about gambling.
$300,000 in debt on credit cards. His wife just found out, and it's all sports betting, which is probably the fastest growing addictive problem that we're running into in the money world right now.
That's right.
Out of control sports betting. You can bet on whether they're going to dance backwards or forwards after a touchdown. You can bet on anything, right? And they are betting on everything, and it's out of control. Some of you are losing your entire futures to betting on watching someone else earn a living.
That is actually disgusting. The fact that you can bet on everything makes it even more addicting. It makes it feel more like a game. It's like you're playing a little video game. And look, and it's on your phone too, so it's even more addicting. Everyone knows how addicting cell phones are in general already. And then you add in like sports betting on top of that, so you can be on your phone being addicted to everything that's going on while you're watching a game that you used to love, but now you hate because you're losing all your money. You're going deep into debt because of the sports that you're watching, because you're gambling along with it, which is really disgusting. And there's a lot of people out there who have this addiction, and if you do have this, please reach out to someone. I've done a video on gambling addiction for young people recently, and it's really horrible what's happening right now. Just the accessibility to it is really disgusting and is causing a lot of hardship in today's day and age.
Crypto account worth today?
I think it's sitting at 12K.
What? In crypto? Pull that and pay off your fucking debt. Are you stupid? No, seriously. No, I'm not even kidding. You can sell it today and pay off your 30% debt. Dude, I'm not even like against crypto or anything. I think you can incorporate it in a small percentage in a balanced portfolio, but still, you have multiple 30% debts.
Okay, so it was 16,000 last week. So I would love to take it out and pay everything off, but I've been holding on to this for so long. Like, I need to wait until the end of next year when everything's gonna pump. Like, it could be worth hundreds of thousands.
I'm gonna kill you. It could be. It always could be. It always could be. The country could collapse.
There is a pattern.
You're incorrect.
I don't think so. I'm pretty solid on this. I think by the end of next year, it's gonna be insane.
Then I'm done because you're done, and it's as easy as that. Congratulations, your life's a failure, and it'll continue being a failure because of that. If I can't get you to pay off 30% debt today, when you easily could, and make your life better and get closer to your goals, there's no more conversation to be had. I don't know why the you came on.
That's someone who doesn't really understand how interest works. If you have a lot of debt on a credit card, some of those credit cards can be up to 20% in interest payments. And yeah, you could pay it all off with the money you already have in your crypto wallet. Why not just get rid of it to pay off the debt? Keep some of it if you think it's going to go up in price in the future, which it very well could. But the fact that you have that right now and you have all this money that you don't have to pay, just accumulating over and over in time and interest, and you're not going to do anything about it, that is a horrible financial decision.
This might be the worst financial situation I've ever seen. How are we going and spending $225 on just Chick-fil-A? Why are we doing that? But we're just not simply making a minimum monthly payment on a card. You have chosen Chick-fil-A over dealing with the bills that you have signed up to pay. Do you not care?
I do care. Like, before I really combed through my finances, I was like, well, I'll be honest, I guess I didn't care. But now over the last few months, I'm like, where's all this money like going?
So if you didn't care before, I'm curious, like, what has made you?
Graduating college and realizing, oh, can't survive on my own and my parents aren't going to help me forever.
Okay, you started wanting to change after graduation. This was your most recent statement, though. So this just happened. We were just like, nah.
I was spending every last dime on, like, gas. Like, every day I was, like, filling up.
I can sympathize with that if we didn't just look at the statement through the same exact time of you just around and spending money on $250, which you had a minimum monthly payment of $40. You could have paid that.
I could have. I chose to ignore it.
There it is.
Yeah, like minimum payments are not a great way to go about things, but if that's the only option you have, it's better to pay the minimum payment and not have a crazy interest payment later on than doing nothing about it at all. Like buying fast food, spending $250, what was it, a week on fast food, or is that a month? Even if that was a month, that's way too much to be spending on fast food. And we know fast food prices have been rising like crazy ever since 2021, but $250 is just too much, especially if you have credit card debt.
This could be a little bit of a controversial opinion, but I feel like one of the worst financial decisions you can make is financing a vehicle. And I know because I've done it, and I feel like nobody talks about it. So let's talk about it. Okay, I think that was a bit of a hyperbole. It's not the worst financial decision you can make, but it can be if you don't understand what you're doing. At the time I financed my vehicle, I did not know what I was doing. Car dealerships literally thrive on the fact that most people are walking into that dealership uninformed and misinformed about several different things. There's a lot more that goes into financing a vehicle than just making your monthly payment. Most people are very misinformed about the interest rate that they're paying on their vehicle loan. I was very misinformed. The interest rate is basically the percentage of money that you are paying on top of the principal. These days, interest rates are very high across the board. So let's just assume that you are purchasing a $20,000 vehicle and that your interest rate is 8.99% per year. If you are paying for the vehicle over 5 years, and let's say you're paying $500 a month, at the end of the 5 years, you would have paid $12,500 in interest alone. So on top of the $20,000 that you paid for that vehicle. I did not know that at the time. So on top of the insane interest rate that I have on my vehicle, I'm also paying a hefty amount of my monthly budget towards my vehicle. If I didn't have this payment that I'm making on this vehicle, I would have a lot more disposable income than I do have right now. On top of this crazy interest rate stuff, having a car is just very expensive. You're paying on it monthly on top of your maintenance, your insurance, and a bunch of other things. I did not know winter tires cost as much as they did until I got a car. I did not know gas cost that much until I got a car. I'm not saying it's the worst financial decision I ever made or I could ever make, because the car will last me a very long time. But I'm just saying I was very misinformed about the decision that I made, and the decision will end up costing me a lot of money in the long run. So should you finance a car? It really depends on your financial situation. If you understand what it means to finance a vehicle and you can comfortably afford your payments, then yes, you should finance a car. But I do think that owning a cash vehicle where you have no car payments is the best way to go. So do with that information what you will.
Yeah, a lot of people just don't have the cash on hand to pay for a $20,000 vehicle. You might if you've been saving for a very long time, or if you sold off a bunch of stocks that you've been sitting on for a while. Regardless, a lot of people don't have that type of cash on hand. So financing vehicles is their only option to own a car, which is sad to see, but at the same time, you should still do your homework on interest rates and how they work. Cash on hand is always the best way though. Definitely good advice in that video.
Woman goes viral for buying a 1998 Ford Escort for $289 a month for the next 84 months. Look, we are not victim blaming here. It is not her fault. It is the dealership's fault. But with that said, we can agree this is a terrible financial decision. And my goal on this platform is to enlighten you to not make bad financial decisions. So we have to talk about this. This is effectively over $23,000 for a 1998 Ford Escort. Now, I understand that this could be for many reasons. It could be bad credit. It could be low income. It could be that she felt that this was the only thing that she could buy. But it could also be the dealership convincing her to feel like this is the only thing that she could buy.
That's more than a new car. Some new cars are less than that. That's a 1998 car that might not even last the 84 months, for Christ's sakes. So that's what you're basically paying for. $289 a month because you have bad credit, because you made bad financial decisions, or it could be the low income side. And that's the side I might be a little bit more empathetic towards. Regardless, what a crazy topic today, guys. Leave your thoughts about it down below in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.